what are you guys talking about?
About
Go ahead, Louis.
no, maybe I didn't even understand the context. I think it was just Septimus was asking about like why don't we rush on the Bright ID implementation and have the reputation system
For
implemented
praise or for conviction
for
voting?
quadratic voting on Snapshot.
Okay, so that okay. That's the context I was looking for.
I don't know if there's something else there. I don't know if it scratched what you were thinking, Zep.
Oh, sorry, I got distracted. What did you say?
If that was it, if there's any conclusion you want to, or any final thoughts.
No, not really. I was thinking like, I for some reason after chatting on Twitter with Gideon and this guy from Gideon, I was like motivated just to reach out to Brady and move things on a little bit. But yeah, if we are not ready, we're not ready, and that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know if we're not ready. Maybe there's more people could jump in. But my intuition is that we're not ready because I feel like the contributions we're capturing in the reward system are a reflection of our like the slight disconnect with our purpose and our mission. And I think what would connect us with our purpose and our mission are like token engineering projects that would create some type of short impact that would create a momentum for people to understand like, oh, we're moving in this direction. Because now I think that's what has been giving this feeling of like, oh, the reward system feel unfair. We put so much work there and it doesn't feel quite right. I think it's just a reflection of the moment we're in, that like contributions are being very random.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I think that's natural and it's not a problem right now. It's just the state where we're in. And then there are a lot of initiatives happening to like create a guidance that feels more steady for like now all of these questions of like, oh my God, funding, or oh my God, stewards, or what are we doing? How, where are the token engineers? What are the projects that are creating revenue? So we're seeing a reflection of this moment, but then all of these questions are starting to create some like possible answers, and this will like bring us on a track that is interesting, and then I think the reputation system will make a lot of sense.
Thanks, Levi. Oh, yeah.
No, I noticed that there's a Twitter profile for the praise. I just follow it. It's really cool.
Oh, nice. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, Christopher did a good job there. Hey everyone. Okay, just wondering where everyone is. Are we pretty done updating our issues and ready to get started? Awesome. Oh, cool. I am assuming this is just gonna, okay. So maybe we can get started with, oh, I see Costa, you're here, but I don't know, I'll just tag this one, next sprint. Is Edu joining us? Chewy, maybe I don't know if anyone, if they shared, or Mitch, I don't know if they're not able to join today. I don't think I got.
Sorry. Edu said that he updated his issues, but he will join.
Oh, okay, cool.
Mitch is in
Mitch?
transit. Mitch had a hitchhike to go get his car. It's getting repaired. He'll be
Oh, wow.
Costa Rica. It's okay. It's normal.
Okay.
It's just better. It's better than cabs. You get there faster. So like he's probably gonna be late.
Okay, cool. And Chewy, has anyone heard from Oh, here's Chewy. Yay. Okay. Mert usually joins for Omega. Okay, maybe we'll just get started and hopefully others can join. Oh, hey, Wonka, you're your own. You're not going to use Septimus. Is cool. All right, so I don't know. Do we feel like getting started? Maybe we'll get started with transparency because I feel like you're always so quick.
Yay! Actually, like there's so many issues that were evolving from the last sprint that are similar, but yeah, I'll give you an update. So yeah, this first one, circulating supply on CoinGecko. That was, we sent the form with Vitor like 2 weeks ago actually, and there is not an update. Like I have no idea why the circulating supply is not there. I don't know if we could, like, Griff, if you could tell to the guy, like I could send you like the email we sent to them, but it's like it's done, but it's not shown on CoinGecko. Yeah, that's the update on this. And then there's another similar issue with that, which is the one from one hive the water and give a token. Can you go down somewhere? Yeah, this one. I also updated this one, and it's they say it's going to be done on Thursday, but it's not done, and they are working on this repo. Yeah, they are actively working on that, but this is not done. Like the subgraph thing is not done. And yeah, then for the other issues, like we are also, like, we need to make a forum post regarding like this, like to see if the community wants to see like transparency around salaries, but at the same time we're also working on the data standardization. So together with that, like there's an issue, like it's a bit like controversial, so like the community should agree or not on that, but basically what we want to propose is, like, you know, like the community use the same sheet, everyone, so, you know, then it's easier to, like, for the transparency working group, just grab all those sheets from every working group, which are all of them are the same, and then we can filter the data and, you know, like see how much money we're wasting on each role, each position, or each working group. Like,
did you say wasting?
Well, yeah, my English. Yeah, putting or investing or yeah.
I'm teasing. Okay. Okay, but so this is me. So what the proposal is? So this is a proposal around signaling whether the community even wants to see this or not. And then a second proposal would be like, here's how we can streamline it so it's easy to present.
Actually, we want to do, like, you know, like kind of like the complete job. Like, okay, we want this, and if we want this, we're going to do it this way. So we will make it clear since the beginning how we want to approach it. So we don't get, like, you know, think with things or anything. Like, we say this is what we could do, and then it's up to the community to decide if they want it to happen or not.
Gotcha. Roger.
Yeah, and NT is not like NT this month is every 5K. Like he told us, like he couldn't assist to the meeting, so this issue can probably take a bit longer.
Do you think it's going to come into this next sprint or not at all?
No, definitely not. I don't
Okay.
think so. Yeah, we also need to make the proposal. We were waiting for the chat with Rex, but yeah, it's actually done. Like probably today or tomorrow, we can make the proposal to advice process. We have carryover funds, but we decided just to make, since it's 3 months proposal, we still make it, and then we say like the carryover we have, and then we just ask less funds from the community, and yeah, this is how we are planning to approach it. And yeah, I think that's it. Then just like the repeating tasks, like all the things we do, like updating different documents. Regarding the transparency survey, we were chatting a little bit on the last call, and probably what we gonna end up doing is like on the next audit, having like on the newsletter, having like 5 questions to the community, like this is what do you like about this audit, something to improve, like gather some feedback from people, because the forums is like no one is commenting. I don't know, like just to get feedback from the community. Is that what the community wants? It's not. And well, actually right now we're also getting so much feedback from sample, and that's why we're also doing this data standardization, is because it's beneficial for sample, and this is what they actually want. So yeah, at least we have that sample feedback, and then we need to sync with the community. And then I didn't create an issue, but like the starting next week, Jess is going to start designing for the ABC Advanced page. This is going to be fun. And yeah, we don't have a dev, but at least like the designs, I feel like the designs are going to move kind of fast, and then we need a dev, so the dev can deploy the backend and front end, and we have like a functional web page.
Cool. Yeah, I saw that. I think that's great.
There is an issue open, but it's on another.
There's an issue in
General
Magic.
Magic. Yeah.
There's an issue in Common Stack and in General Magic.
Yeah.
And I see that you closed the stats page, the advanced page, ABC advanced page issue in TEC. Cool.
Yeah, I feel like it was redundant to add it also here, but I think it's cool to comment so everyone is aware.
Yeah, it's really mostly about everyone having visibility. And I think that issue also had links to the other issues that were open. Maybe not the Common Stack one, but definitely the General Magic ones. Okay, cool. All right. Juanca, are you, is that it, Seb?
Yeah.
That's it, right? Juanca, are you keen to go next, since you're in the same window?
Yeah. Well, I think the first issue that appears is the one that says website for Gravity. Durgadas has been working on that, and after this call, we have a call with him where we're like designing a focus matrix and trying to integrate some mirror works that we have done on how would like the design of the page. So that will also come to this sprint. Also, the issue of Gravity participation at the Commons Prize. Today we participated in the AMA. I think it's going to be a voting party on Monday. I just feel happy to be included in the participation and in this contest. For me, it's really important. And also for promoting the research group around psychology and mental health.
Maybe I'll just pause to mention that the current results are is very, very close.
Yeah, I mean it's amazing. I think it would be an amazing opportunity, but at the same time, I also admire and respect so much the other projects that I would feel happy for any of the other winners. And yeah, around promoting research group around psychology and mental health. Bianca is leading calls around that. I think they had an event today earlier, and they are also preparing to make a survey on the community. For the preparing the Graviton trainings, we did the first session this week. We would have the second session next week. The Aragon outreach is also ongoing. We will also make like sort of a practice group with them. That would be 5 sessions, 2 times a week. And also we will continue working on unbreakable vows. That is also we are advancing here with SEM, and we already have some mock-ups on and designs of how more or less would like the page to be presented. And yeah, I think that's it. I think in the Gitcoin outreach, we maybe will have a space to invite the Gitcoin community to the Graviton training. So I will add that to this sprint.
Thanks for that, Wonka. Cool. And then, Livia, are you up for doing SoftGov next?
Yeah. I feel like I'm in like mostly supportive role. I feel like I've been supporting many fronts, and that has been filling up most of the sprint. So I wanted to check. Benz is in this call, right? Yeah. I wanted to check with you, Ben. How is the progress of the metrics? Because then, if it's evolved, we can plan the rest of the roadmap for the ecosystem health development.
Yeah, I'm have just kind of a lot of notes on different things that like work groups are doing and thoughts on like creating metrics from them. So right now I'm going through and just kind of like compiling them in a way that's a little bit more organized, and I'm trying to diagram some of my thoughts and how that fits with some of the like Ostrom's metrics. So I'm really close on that, and I'll just update that issue hopefully today and just add those things. I hope it's helpful. It's kind of just more of like a compilation of stuff from different work groups and like, you know, possible metrics. I'm not sure if that's kind of what we were shooting for with this, but I've had this for a while, and I think it'd be good to just move forward. So I'll see what you all think, and we can go from there, I guess.
Sounds good. I think we were talking more of looking into the data sources rather than the metrics in this first time. But we can, I mean, definitely if you put work in it, is going to be helpful somehow. And we can have a session on it this week to look into it, and anyone that wants to join can jump in. Maybe I can create an issue for that, if that's okay.
Should we just find the time now?
Sure. Does that sound good, Vince?
Yeah, I think that's fine. I can kind of, I might have to describe kind of what my thought was a little bit more. But yeah, we like however works for you all.
What about Tuesday during the marketing team sync?
That works for me. Do you mean like on that call or just during that time?
During that time.
Yeah, that should work for me.
Cool. I'll try to invite GUA to join too, so we can have a data person to guide us.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So I'll create an issue for that, and so I'll bring this one into the sprint. I have a roadmap for the ecosystem health development, and the governance guild support has been recurring, and I think the covenant is all done. No credits to me. Ivy and Bonjour and Griff did most of the work, but I think this can be closed, this issue. Right, Griff? Add the proposal and challenger terms to the covenant.
I haven't seen the final version. I would want to check with Ivy. I assume it is by now, but I haven't seen it in a week.
Okay. And then I think Ivy will submit for the vote too soon. And support GUA on red. Oh, this is just for SoftGov, right? Not for me. Okay, and then co-host session with Omega. That's gonna happen this print. And sounds like that's more or less it.
Okay, cool. Debrief working group funding discussion. What is this? Is MER? Maybe we'll leave that until we can ask Mert about that. Okay. There was also some things in new issues. I don't know if you wanted to do anything with async management this sprint.
I feel like Clarity didn't work so well for us. I don't know, Ben's had some problems with it, and then Aloysius tried to jump in and then also found it difficult. And then in the end of the day, it was like, why are we using another tool? But it's not up for me to decide, so I'll ask the group again.
Okay, cool. I know that Gideon is really keen on Clarity, so maybe he can assist on some tips on how to use it too, if that is helpful. All right, cool. Shall we move on? Comms, are you up for going next? Chewy?
Sorry, Tam.
No
I
worries.
was switching my window. Probably, yeah, I'm just adding a last issue, so I don't know if someone else wants to take it, or I can just start now.
No, take a few minutes. Yeah, take a few minutes and finish. I think legal can go super quick. I don't even know if there is anything on legal. Let me just take a quick look. I don't know, Griff, is there anything that legal needs to do in these next 2 weeks?
Not really. I mean, we're basically in maintenance mode, and we've decided that. So we had to cancel today because of the Commons Prize AMA, but we want to try to have like a talk show around legal stuff, which could be fun, and that could hopefully attract legal people here while staying lean and not requiring any kind of funds. So that's kind of our strategy. I don't think there's an issue or anything for it. That's just because it's the only. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, create a plan for open legal calls. It's Ivy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's all we're doing.
Cool. Okay. And then Edu isn't here. Okay. Well, we can do the stewards next. Okay, so there's really just two things that I'm super focused on, which is, where is it? Where's my next one? Where are they? The evolution of stewardship and the stewards working group. I think some really great ideas came out of the stewards weekly this week around having more functional roles, maybe defunding some of the steward roles, the working group coordination lead. So there's a lot of really good thoughts that came out of that I think I want to develop this sprint. This Retire Commons Swarm and Params working group feels to me like it's one of these small, tiny things that needs to be updated that's not going to get done for a long time. I'll pull it in the sprint. I feel like it could just be an update to the checklist for creating a working group and then checklist for retiring a working group. There's a stewards POAP for 2022 that Oscillator's been working on. Stewards working group for the next 3 months, I think, is really closely tied to this evolution of the stewards working group. And then create a project on Giveth for fundraise with laser tag address.
Done.
Griff, that one's yours. Done?
Done and should be verified today.
Oh, cool. Excellent. Okay. And then so I think I'm going to do a video of the coordination in the TEC. I'm going to do an onboarding session of ZenHub with LBS. Next week, I think, is when we have a sync. So I'm going to see if I can record that and then use that as onboarding to ZenHub for the TEC. So this one might finally get finished. It's been open for a year, for a really long time. And then other things we'll just drag in the repeating. I think the most important thing is the evolution of the stewards working group. Monthly compensation for stewards, possibly not. If the stewards funding doesn't pass, then we will miss May. We probably have a little bit of funding left in the stewards working group, so I can ask to see those people who need to be compensated with priority and others that may opt to wait until the new funding goes through. And I share this in the retrospective, but I think that probably the way forward, if the funding for stewards doesn't pass, is going to be to have an emergency sort of budget just for May to pay the stewards for May. And then later in the month in June would have this sort of revised stewards working group and compensation package that goes along with it. That's the way I'm thinking of moving forward right now. So there's something here, build a deck in Spanish for presentation next month. How is that going, Zep?
Yeah, we actually translated it with one this morning. So it's pretty easy. I feel like we're ready. We're just hugging here together, and the things we're going to talk we already know. So yeah, we're almost ready.
Cool. And then a lot of the work that Manu has been doing has been reassigned. I've been reassigned to myself or asking for help. The reimagining the community call format was something that he wanted to take on that is now just in help needed status. But some of the working group coordination lead stuff like Sprint, facilitating Sprint and helping keep the board up to date, I think I'm going to take on this for the month of June.
I would love to tackle at certain level this sprint planning and retrospective. That's something I feel it will be a learning experience for me. So I would probably love to take those two at some point, whenever you feel.
Yeah, I feel like I'm passing to you right now. I'm going on mute.
That is fast.
Let's get started right now. Yeah, that's fantastic. I would say, why don't you do that next week? That'd be great. And I'd be here to support you. Thank you, Eduardo. I really appreciate that. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. And this one, reimagining the community call, I guess I'll just wait for maybe when Manu comes back, or maybe somebody else will be into picking it up. All right, Shui, now we're ready for you. Are you ready for us?
Yes, Dan. Okay, so I already moved to this sprint, the ones that have updates and most likely to be delivered or very close. The animated tutorial for quantifiers, I don't know if someone noticed, but there was like this post in the thread. So if you click on it, you can see some of the first steps for character development. Yeah, so those are like some ideas for the tutorial. And yeah, most likely they're gonna do a lot of progress, of noticeable progress in the sprint. So I included it.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes.
I feel like they remind me so much of characters from the Jetsons. Do you know that cartoon, the Jetsons?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like maybe this one reminds me of the maid in the Jetsons, but it's been a long time since I've seen that.
I don't think if that team does though. Like I don't know if they got that.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and then mirror is something that was blocked because of the graviton process, but I already updated it, and we're gonna have pretty much like an update on a proposal for setting up the mirror on the next translations team sync. And oh wait, can you scroll down in this print tab? Sorry. Okay, support communications for the quantification process will be something similar for every distribution, as we covered it in the tweets, but also including the newsletter. I'll make sure we include it in the newsletter because I think we like oversaw that one. And then outreach for educational events is something that also is most likely going to start during this sprint. I forgot to update this, but like the Discord bot army is like not active anymore. But we'll see what else we can include from the T Academy and everything that's going on around that. So in the product, I'm closing the Gravity One Hive old issue that is in the product backlog. I'm doing just like a brief description of the current progress with Gravity and how the third Graviton training is already achieving a lot of outreach to other communities. So yeah, I feel that milestone already like transcended. And what else I was doing? Costa, I wanted to ask you about the Git book. Just if there's any progress around that this sprint.
I talked to Casale about that because this is the one about the. I know you're talking about the working group. Yeah, I checked on it and it was already updated. Like the stewards were the correct ones and the agenda was correct. So I was a bit confused about this. And then the other issue that you also assigned to me was the Gitboot link cleanup, and I did not have permission to edit the web. So I talked to Casale, and they also told me that it had already been corrected.
That's weird. Yeah, I'll reach out to Casale and go through this in the marketing call to figure out if it's like like a credentials thing or what's our current status, because as far as I know, like we don't have like recent updates in the Gitbook yet, but there might be like a midpoint that wasn't updated in the issue itself. So I'll look into that.
Okay, because my first thing to do was just to ask Casale for the permission to edit, and they told me that it was like already edited.
Okay, yeah, I'll see what's going on with that, but like regardless, so that you don't have any trouble in the future, Septi, do you think we could start like the process for giving credentials to Costa for the Gitbook?
No, but I do have permission to edit the handbook, not the source, not the web, but the handbook. The handbook I can.
Okay, I see. So the difference with the credentials that Casale has, what are those exactly?
I don't know actually, because if I enter like the TEC web, I just see like the web. I don't know which layer is the editing layer. Like, I don't know how to edit the web.
What's the web?
This teccommons.org.
Ah, the website. This one?
Yeah.
This website. Oh, got it. Okay.
Because there were some links that were not directing to the correct place.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Christopher built this website, so he could quickly direct you to where it needs, to how to edit it, and it shouldn't be so hard on GitHub as long as you're code curious to figure out where it is.
No, there's a CMS to it.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, that makes it easier.
Parts of it, but he would need. I think that would go through credentials and transparency too.
Christopher made it with a CMS. That's interesting.
There's a very rudimentary CMS.
Okay, because Gideon also wanted to change up the website, so he wants to have access to that too.
I spoke with Gideon about his ideas too. I think his idea is moving away from what we have now into something different. That is like a WordPress template that has a lot more, extensibility than this website that we're using now.
Cool. I personally like having flexibility with websites, and maybe I'm biased because I have access to devs all around me, but it's nice to have the flexibility of a normal website, but not my game.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I agree. But this one's very inflexible, and that's why the suggestion is to make one that's much more easier to use for people to update, for anyone to update. Like the stewards could update it versus needing to have code written in order to do an update for certain pieces. I don't know. I don't know that it's going to go anywhere because it's probably not our burning priority, but it's something that's come up. But then I guess to go back to giving Costa access to the website is maybe, I don't know, Zep, is that something that you would help with?
Sorry, was distracted with some gravity work. Could you repeat?
Yeah, just access to the website. Is that something that goes through through access controls?
But we could give. I was kidding about Gideon, so like we can give access to him, like no problem.
And
I think it would be. Sorry. I think it would be also good to talk about this with Gideon and the Writer's Guild, because after I finished the FAQ, they started reviewing it and wanted to have a talk regarding permissions so they could have a repeated process of editing the Gitbook. So they wanted to have talk about this, the permissions, and to kind of systematize it.
So maybe just not to block the changes that are like the updates of correcting things that are wrong. Maybe we can start the process to give Costa and Gideon both access to the CMS, and then they can just do the fixes that need to be done. And then this idea of like rebuilding a new website, or just like launching a very simple WordPress based site.
When you say CMS, it's a website, right? Like
Yes.
Okay.
I think I have the link. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll do it now.
Cool. Okay, back to you, Chewy.
Okay, and I think that's it for me. I'm just working at the moment in adding 2 more issues. One is about the real life events. We had some updates there, and Angela also had some ideas. So I'll just work on something to implement the updates, and the other one is an idea that Gideon had around like exploring different options with like NFTs and just something that could bring in the longer term like some revenue to the TEC. It's also like a lot, and we're still not sure of how to approach it. But it's something that we're gonna post also like in under like help needed. So if there are like contributors that have experience in like the NFT market or something, we are just brainstorming ideas around what we could do. So yeah, these 2 issues are still pending. We can come back to them in a little bit if you want.
Okay. And then Costa, this working group weekly update, this one is something you're taking on, right? Sorry about that. This Costa, you're going to be doing the weekly update, the working group weekly updates for the forum now?
Yeah, I was so far doing it half and half with Manu, but
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
we'll be doing it.
Okay, cool. Thank you. And then there's a few other things. So bring meme parties back. I'll bring that into the sprint, the weekly scheduling of tweets. And then newsletter content creation and distribution via Hubspot. This one was something that Manu was spearheading. Is there somebody else who's going to take it on for the month of June? Chewy?
Sorry, Tam, I was distracted. What was the question?
Is there somebody that's going to take on newsletter content creation and distribution via Hubspot for the month of June while Manu is taking some time?
Yes, Jean and NT are taking this up.
Okay. Jean Reap. That is Jean on ZenHub?
I don't think so. I don't think that either of them are, but I'll talk to Manu so that he doesn't miss that as part of the process that he was going to have with them.
Okay, I'll just drop a note in the issue. Is it coming into the sprint? Are we doing anything with HubSpot this sprint?
Yes, we're sending out a newsletter. It's gonna be like newsletter number 3, but it's what Manu is gonna use to show Jean and NT how to handle everything, and hopefully in after a couple of weeks we can have another one.
Okay, cool. So is that good for comms?
Yep.
And Costa, do you have anything else to add? I see that this one Gitbook link cleanup. This is the one
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, I need to be given permission to edit the web page. Okay.
I moved the Gitbook audit into repeating because it was in product backlog, I think, and I moved it to repeating because after our talks with Gideon and Jason, they wanted to review the FAQ. So I think this is going to be a repeating thing that we're going to be doing because they thought it would be interesting for the writer's guild to be reviewing the Gitbook regularly.
Got it.
And,
Got it. Cool. So
also,
I'm gonna add
yeah.
the repeating tag to it because it's actually the tag repeating that makes it come out from the dead after you close it.
Okay.
So the repeating pipeline is like where we keep the issues that are tagged repeating. But if you close this during the sprint, when we replan this board, we take them out of the closed issues and put them back in the repeating pipelines so we can continuously do these issues sprint after sprint.
Okay.
Is this something that's coming into the sprint then?
Yeah, it will because today they just sent me some new feedback, so I'm going to check on it and do changes.
Okay. And then can I just say that this one, Gitbook link cleanup, is replaced by 1285 by the new one?
Yeah. No. Gitbook, yeah.
The website?
Yes. But this is what we talked with Chewy, that this is actually the links from the website.
All right, let's edit the cleanup website. Okay, we'll just add website so that it's clear that it's the website portion that's left. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I also moved but it should have been moved like last spring, which was the canned answers, which was 1177, because I already did the corrections that needed to be done into it. And what else?
Is that Communitas? That's probably Communitas, right?
Yeah, that's Communitas. Yeah, 1177.
Okay.
And
Well, we're gonna jump to Communitas now. I think Chewy is done. We're done with comms, right, Chewy? That was the end.
Sorry, I just kept on going about my issues. Sorry.
No, I think, but it's a natural segue because I think that's where we're going next. Chewy, are we all done with comms? It's all good?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay, cool. Let's hop to Communitas. So 1177. Sorry. All right, so let's see which one.
So I updated all the issues that were assigned to me or that I had a comment on.
Cool.
So yeah, I don't know what else.
Well, I'm looking for the one that Costa just mentioned. I'm not finding it, Costa. I guess I could look for 1177.
The 1177, I moved it onto closed.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, cool. Okay. All right, Edu, shall we do
Sure.
Edu and stuff? Shall we do Communitas?
Sure. So I closed. There's two things that I did. I closed the epic that was created before for the onboarding process that we had. I remember there was this epic that had the 3 steps of the survey and so on. So I closed and I moved the issues that were still pending. For example, building the survey bot to the new epic that we had built. So they are condensed on that. Besides that, I closed another ones. They should be in the closed section backlog. Besides that, yeah, I updated the rest, so I don't know where do you want to start.
Okay, so I see we have 4 in the sprint so far. This explanation, so this Medium article, Costa, are you planning to move this forward this sprint? Oh, you already shared an outline. Okay.
Yeah, I already did an outline because Jason asked me to do an outline so they could develop each of the sections in the writer's guild. And I already added the document there on the issue.
Yeah, cool, I saw. Okay, so Are we saying that this is passed to the Writers Guild and we could close it in Communitas now, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. Okay, let's just make sure that's on Gideon's radar too.
I also created. Sorry, I created an issue for Jason to update the text on Discord, and it's Jason is already added to I label that. There you go, that one. And it has all. I commented with the two text send messages that he. There you go. The pin messages updates and the headers message updates that he suggested. We're gonna sync on this on Monday, so this is assigned to him. He's already added to the GitHub.
Cool. Yeah, that was really amazing that he took the initiative to do that audit and just report on everything that was inconsistent in our Discord. That was like, we should definitely give Jason a lot of praise for doing that. That was completely his own initiative. I really appreciated that.
For sure.
Cool. What else?
I think that's pretty much all. Regarding posting the proposal for funding, we're still waiting for various guilds' final budget if they want to include it. So Monday that will be, or this should be closed and added to the forum for requested feedback and advice process. And that's pretty much all.
Okay. Wow, we have a bunch of stuff in there. I guess we could take some time to clean it up. With this train new guides, this is not something, this we could probably close, right?
Most likely, yes.
Any reason to keep it open?
Nope. We had 3 101s this week. He joined. That was the last part of his sort of training left. He joined the calls, and we had the 101. So that's pretty much done.
Okay. Okay, cool. And do we have this update new guides? This is updating the training guide.
That's for next sprint, and the update that you referred in our sync regarding the guide to guide role document. So we need to update that. So that will be for next sprint.
Oh, we're not going to make some updates to the guide role this sprint?
Yes, this sprint. Yeah, when I mean next sprint, I mean.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so this is more like updating the guide. So this is like the guide process, right?
Yeah.
How to guide. Okay. Okay, and is this you or is this Costa that will be leading this?
It's a shared effort, so.
Okay, well, maybe I'll just throw him on too so it stays on his radar too.
Sure.
Okay. TC scanning out to new members and reaching out to them, so I'll throw in some of these repeating. Leading the creation and cat herding of the tribute adjustments every 2 weeks.
Yeah, that happens. So.
Yeah. All right, so this is June Zeptimus. So Zep, I'll assign it to you for this month.
And then I have a question that I don't know where to place it, which is so there was this issue it's a long issue back in the day that was reaching out to all proposals who had submitted and just check in with them. That happened weeks ago. I bring it up and I forgot to follow it up, but the question was from Upala and from the other one I always forget to remember. It's they asked like, do we propose again? And my question that I asked a few weeks ago it still remains. It's like, what do we do with this? I don't know if this is the right place to answer this question, but like, since the conditions that we have, I am hesitant to be able to respond accurately to proposals that were submitted before. They waited for us, and now they're like, Do you guys want us to submit, or do you guys don't care?
So you mean, or we're talking about like proposals that were on the forum before, like for a very long time? I think it's up to, yeah. I mean, maybe I'll pull Olivia into this question, but I think that if they want to submit, we shouldn't tell people not to submit. That's my feeling. I don't know, Olivia. The question is around proposals that have submitted proposals like early on. Are asking if they should post to conviction voting now.
Yeah, I would say the main thing is just to readjust expectations, like, because it's a trick. If we tell them, yeah, go ahead and post, I think it's important for them to know that we are in support or not in support of the proposal, but that this funding tool is available for any project and that they can get in contact with the community and that we will support them on getting the community to pay attention on their proposal like we do with all proposals.
All right. We'll probably have a one-on-one with them and do a temperature check on how they are and so on. All right. Yeah, that's the question I had. There are these unassigned ones from the Epic. This was discussed with Gideon that he will aim to find if LBS will like to take these ones since they were so excited about the community offering. So they were meeting in person, so we probably follow up today with what were the conclusions of that meeting.
Cool. Thanks, Eduardo. And hey, Mert, I see that you joined. Should we do Omega?
Yes. Sorry, I'm just like transferring the computer.
No worries. I can even read out the things. So co-host session with Omega, that's on Libya's plate. Find a web dev for Omega's Consilience library and bring awareness to the Omega working group. Are those two issues coming into the sprint? Those are two things that Omega will try to do this sprint?
No, actually, we find our dev thanks to Griff. So it's closed.
Cool. That's great. That was fast. Okay.
About the awareness, I think we are like starting our initiative to work with SoftGo and like trying to be more visible. I think we can say it's kind of a closed subject. Like it's kind of a more ongoing subject, but there was like kind of discontent, like there was kind of suggestion that it should be. So I think we got our lesson, so we will be working for it, so we can close it, I believe.
Great, cool. And then is there anything else that you want to add so that everyone is aware of what's going on in Omega for this next upcoming sprint?
Yeah, so as Livia said, we would like to start like this initiative together with SoftGo, so we will start working more together. So let's say initiation of SoftGo Omega collaborative research, or like it's hard to name it now because we don't know what it is exactly, but let's say collaboration in general.
Cool. Okay, got it. All right. So I don't think we've missed anyone. So I think this is our. Oh wait, we have one thing left to talk about. Sorry, everyone. Maybe we'll go through and make sure we didn't miss anything. But the retroaction that came into this sprint is boost token holder and contributor confidence with outline of plans for what's next. So I love when we get these retro actions. Maybe we should start saying by who, so we can have the sprint planning go a little, well, I guess be a little easier. But ideas for how we do this. I mean, the first one that comes to mind is boosting token holder and contributor confidence is our objective. Is there anyone in this call that wants to take this on to lead this into the next sprint?
So two things regarding this retraction. The first one is a retraction from the past sprint. I closed it. I forgot to mention it, which was the one about reaching out token economics DAO. I gave credit to Livy because she was the one who actually outreached them. So that is closed. So regarding this one, I feel this should be a cross effort in between Sampo, because the outline for plans I think will be strongly based on Sampo's projection of the future for TEC, and combined with our relationship with hatchers, this is something that can be happening. And this intersect with three things, I feel. This intersects with the idea of community offering. It could be nice to time it in a way that when we open the channel for community offering, we just tell hatchers if they feel like to contribute or not to that. And then secondly, the trivia game. It's also a nice sort of space to, not just let them know that we want to keep a relationship with them, but to just give them a space to have a relationship with them in an informal manner. So I will say this will be a conversation probably between Sampo and Comunitas and anyone else who did Hatch outreach like Livy, Griff, and so on. I will say that. And there should be also someone taking care of contributors, probably from the Stewards working group. That will be my suggestion, who sort of take care of that relationship with contributors, because it's more of a coordination layer. But yeah, those are my 2 cents on that.
Any other thoughts and or volunteers for somebody who wants to help track this in the next sprint? Okay. All right.
I can talk with Gideon to see if we can both tackle this together, but I will have to sync with him first.
Okay. Runner suggests.
Oh, I also have been chatting with Gideon about this. I'm okay to support it. I think I've been supporting it, but I agree with Edu that Gideon is being intimated to lead this.
Okay. Well, he's not in the room. Cool. All right. And I'm going to just have a quick look to see if there's anything else. So rewards working group, I guess I can try to sync with Mitch after, and then also Sampo, I could try to sync with Gideon after. Support Z-Way on rad categories. Okay, sorry, that's okay. Anything else that comes out? Social media movement. Okay. All right. Looks like we have our sprint. So awesome. Thanks, everyone. And congratulations for Sprint 36. It's the weekend. So what are you looking forward to most this weekend? And I'll pass to Benz. What are you looking forward to most this weekend as we wrap up the sprint planning?
Yeah, I have a wedding tomorrow that I'm going to, so that should be a good time. And it's beautiful out here, so just being outside and enjoying some company. Thanks. Pass to Libby.
Thanks. I don't really know. I don't know. I'm probably gonna hang out with friends. I'm in my hometown, so there's people from the past that I've been like slowly getting to see. And I'll pass to Chewy.
Thank you, Libby. Well, tomorrow we have a meetup. It's like Espacio Crypto's like first big meetup, and it's exciting because like we already like sold like 400 tickets and already have like a list of like 50 invitations, and it's exciting. It's like the next level after the Taoist Mexico City, so we're very excited about that. And also Giveth sponsored it. The Ethereum Foundation sponsored it. It's just like very like mind blowing stuff that have been happening, and it has been happening in the last few months. So yeah, tomorrow should be exciting and just a lot of presence from a close community. And I'll pass it to Juanca.
Thanks, Chuy. Well, I think tomorrow we will go to the river here, and we will make some kayaks. And on Sunday, I will return to Barcelona. And looking also for the Commons Prize results and answering a lot of messages that I still have pending to do, but happy and accepting.
Yeah, same. I'm so excited for tomorrow's kayak, showing Juanca the amazing places we have in the village. And then nothing else. Probably catch up with some work and chill a little bit when Juanca is leaving. But cool. Yeah. I'll pass it to Griff.
Man, your village has never been sold so hard as it has been in these stewards calls. My God. I can't. Now I'm like, how have I been to Barcelona so many times and haven't been to your village? I don't understand. This weekend is a very special weekend for me. Actually, a year ago on Saturday, I met Lauren for the first time. So we're going to celebrate our anniversary. And probably go to a restaurant that's in an airplane and just have like a really nice couples weekend. And of course, I'm also excited about the Commons Prize and to see how all of that goes. I will pass it to, how about Mert?
Actually, these days I'm in general very excited because I'm in Turkey seeing my friends. But for the special occasion, actually I don't have a special occasion. Like we will just meet friends, hang out, and talk. So in terms of life, that's it. For the development, like the crypto work, I'm also really excited about Commons Prize. I wish Bread Chain will be much upper tiers, but they are losing. So, like, my champion is not winning. But I'm also supporting Gravity as well. So it's like not heartbreaking. So, I'm really excited about to see what happens. And I would
And maybe
like to have... Sorry.
Go ahead. I was just going to pass it. Go ahead. You choose.
Craig.
Hey, Craig, but there you go.
Hi. It just looks so bright. I'm doing some kayaking too, so that'll be cool. And kid stuff. My son has a basketball tournament. That'll be fun, I guess. And that's it. Who hasn't gone? Costa?
Thank you. From my side, we have a friend visiting over, staying at our place, and tomorrow we're planning to go to an open-air party that's held in what used to be a bullfighting arena, and I think it's going to be super cool. And that's it. That's I'm most excited about for this weekend. I'll pass it on to you, Tam.
So it's a long weekend in France. It's a 4-day weekend, and my youngest daughter is away with friends, and my eldest and I have like 2 dates this weekend. So that's really 3 dates if you count tonight. So like that's pretty exciting. Tomorrow we're going to like a used clothes fair. It's like vintage and used clothes thing. And then Sunday we have tickets to the opera to Don Giovanni. So she hates me, but it's Mother's Day, so I get to do that. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward. It's like been a really long time since she and I spent alone time together. So it's like we were really jamming it in this weekend. And I'll pass to Edu.
So I always thought that the restaurant that was an airplane in Costa Rica was a myth. Like I passed next to that restaurant so many times, and people will stop to take photos of that restaurant just because it's a really abandoned airplane, huge airplane that is a restaurant. It's the most Latin American thing you will ever find. But I thought it was a joke. I felt like it was just closed. So that's a nice place to go to anniversary. Great. So that's nice. I'm expecting, and I hope Septi also, it's exciting as I am. There is a Japanese movie called Kimetsu no Yaiba, who the movie is out this weekend. And it's a anime movie that I'm expecting to see, hopefully. And besides that, I'm just gonna sleep a lot because that's what my body is asking for. So with that being said, Irene, would you like to close it off?
Okay, I'm going to add that in this call, I have been continuing my thinking about how to participate in the TEC, and I'm still very confused about my place and what to do. And in this weekend, I don't have any plans. I have a college daughter that is in finals and she's really stressed. So I want to be available for her and maybe buy a cake. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for sharing that. I'd love to have a conversation with you about, if you're feeling lost and looking for how to contribute. Maybe we could have a 20-minute, 30-minute call next week.
I would love that, Tam. Thank you, and I appreciate your offering.
What time zone are you based in?
I am in Central Time, and I am in Mexico.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'll send you a DM and see if we could find a good time.
Okay,
And
thank you very much.
Oh, my pleasure. Okay, that's it. We are done with Sprint Planning 36. I wish everyone a great weekend, and thanks for joining.
Thank you, Tam.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.